Today we're traveling all the way back to the year 2000 to listen to Everything in Its Right Place and How to Disappear Completely by the amazing Radiohead. Of course, these are songs 1 and 4 from Kid A, their 4th studio album. They released no singles and were one of the first bands to use the internet for promotion. The album hit number 1 in several countries, including the US and the UK. It won a Grammy for Best Alternative Album. We'll start with Everything in Its Right Place. It represented a change in Radiohead's style and working methods, shifting to a more experimental approach compared to their previous albums. The lyrics were inspired by the stress and depression that Tom York experienced during the previous album's era, that album being OK Computer. It's been described as dissonant, ominous, glitchy, creepy, and ambient. All words right up my alley. Let's check it out.
Everything
Yep, experimental to the max. Wow. I know it's going to be hard to rate this one. It's so different. Such a unique sonic experience, a unique emotional experience even. Wow. Yeah, I really love the groove, the vibe, the experimentation in this one, especially the vocals right from the start. I can hear it all. There were these kind of sliced up vocals, if that makes sense, here, there. Wow. Really interesting. Didn't quite expect that, but that's where all that experimentation came in. The vocals definitely became their own instrument. I love when that happens, and then they can just take it to all kinds of neat places. I think this is the song that started on piano. I know it went through like at least 3 transitions. They put it all into a synth. That's what we heard, that big, bold, hypnotic synth. Definitely the driving force of the song. Just creating that amazing groove, making it so unique, so mental synth. Is that a thing? I'll explain it this way. It was a very surreal song. It felt like I was kind of in his mind. This is what's, happening in his mind. Chaotic thoughts. Wow. So interesting. So different. One of my favorite elements from about the 75% mark till the very end were those amazing 80s retro style synth vibes happening, synth tones. Yes, I love that so much. And then those cool wows going on with the synth at the end. Perfection. A nice, really nice throwback feel, yet still in that surreal lane. I'm pretty certain this album is not an easy listen, but I'm sure it gives an amazing mental payoff, emotional payoff. I'm sure it's quite the journey as well, with everything they had been through on their last tour, all the problems and, depression, etc. that they went through. And this is what was born out of it. Plus the fact that they decided to go on a different route, become very experimental. It must make for a very, very powerful album. And I think that's why many people say that this one is their best album. And if ever there was a song where I think my rating might go up after many listens, it would probably be something like this. But for now, I'm going to give it 5 super shiny golden records, an A+ for Everything in Its Right Place by Radiohead. All right, it looks like for the second song, we're going to be in a very similar lyrical lane. How to Disappear Completely is an acoustic-based ballad backed by orchestral strings, heck yeah, guitar effects, and elements of ambient music. It's also about the declining mental state of Tom and the band during the OK Computer tour, addressing themes of escape, social alienation, and disassociation. Let's get into it. Whoa. What a contrast.
That's not me. I go where I please. I walk through walls. I float down the living. I'm not here. This isn't happening. I'm not here. I'm not. it's already past. Yeah, it's gone, and I'm not here. This isn't happening. I'm not here. I'm not here. Strong lights, unknown I'm not here. This isn't happening. I'm not here. I'm not
Yeah, that was quite an intense ride of a song. I was trying to decide if I felt like I was running, if he was running, if we were running away from the troubles, the problems. That beat, that bass, those drums kind of lent to that idea. Like I pointed out at the beginning, so interesting, so unusual. We get this warm, almost happy acoustic guitar playing, and then it's combined with that dark, ominous synth sound in the background, creeping about. Wow, your brain's like, what's happening? Am I happy? Am I sad? Am I scared? And then that hypnotic bass comes in, again, giving that really driving, almost running feel to the whole song, trying to escape. One of the big lines in the song was, I'm not here, this isn't happening. I had read that I believe those lines came from Michael Stipe from REM. They were words of advice that Michael gave to Tom about how to deal with touring and fame and being around, millions of people, well, thousands of people, I should say, something to that effect. So it's really cool that, advice from Michael Stipe was put into this song to be, memorialized forever. Then the orchestra comes in. Wow. Of course, appropriately very different than the big, bold, happy, dramatic orchestra we get in other types of songs, this one just fit right with everything else that was happening. It was a poignant layer on top of all the intense feelings of the music and the lyrics. I would definitely love to watch a music video for this one. I got to check if one was made. Maybe not, but so many visual possibilities. I was seeing it in my head. Like I mentioned earlier, this song also not an easy listen. It's like a mental journey that has to be what this whole album is probably about. Like, for instance, the strings, yes, they were beautiful as always, but they sounded so heavy in sections, and I think that was to match the weight of his troubles. Many troubles. We all can relate to that. The whole end coda of the song was an amazing journey in and of itself. You know, I love how the song kind of opened up even bigger. I think Tom's voice went to the background, heavily reverbed. Then we get this moment of, pure swirling chaos, even with the strings and the orchestra. It's like I was in a cesspool of his intense thoughts. But then we kind of come down from that and we end, with those deep strings, which I think were off key on purpose. I was listening to the final notes. It seemed like they went out of tune. Again, all amazing artistic choices to represent the dark place that he was in. Yeah, so artistic, so original, so experimental, so emotional, so intense. I'm going to give it the Epic Platinum Record Award, yes, for How to Disappear Completely by Radiohead 2000. And thank you so much, Tom York, Colin Greenwood, Johnny Greenwood, Ed O'Brien, Philip Selway, and anyone else involved in the creation of these two intense, unique songs. All right, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy these too. Anyway, you take care, stay safe, stay hydrated, and as always, I'm wishing you much peace, joy, love, and blessings every single day. I will see you very soon.